Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to tap the bell, subscribe, and comment down below. Hello, how are you guys?
Hello, good
Hello.
morning.
Good
Everything's
morning.
fine, thank you.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so excited to do this interview with you guys. Thank you for taking the time to share your amazing story with us and answer some of my questions that I have for you today. Why don't we get started? Can you guys introduce yourselves, who you are, where you live, where you grew up, and what you do for work?
Me?
Go
Okay.
first.
Usually it's him first. I'm Filipe. I'm from Portugal. I'm Portuguese. I was born and raised in the countryside of Portugal. I've been living in Lisbon for 6 years and a half, and I met Lúcio 6 years in Lisbon as well. And I've been there for a long time now, working in a lot of areas. But right now I'm in real estate consulting. So I'm selling houses in Lisbon, and that's basically it. That's me.
Amazing.
Yes, and I'm Lúcio. I'm living in Lisbon as well, but I'm not Portuguese. I'm from Brazil. I was born and raised in Brazil, and then I moved to Portugal 12 years ago to do a master's in law and never came back. Actually, we are in Brazil now,
Yeah,
Yes.
you did
but
come back.
yes, we come back just for vacations and this kind of things. But we live in Portugal since 12 years, so it's been amazing. And for living, I have my own company. I have a business company that do some kind of investments and stuff. And also we have a company that sell trucks in Brazil, the camions
Mm-hmm.
for the Brazilian market.
Amazing. And yeah, I was going to bring up, I'm like, aren't you guys in Brazil right now on
Yes,
vacation?
yes, it's 30 degrees outside.
That's
We
so
are in
beautiful.
Shirtless.
Yes.
with shirts. Yes.
Yeah, and when we met for our little pre-call, you're like, "Oh, we're so tan because you saw me." I was
Yes.
like, "No,"
Yeah.
because we're in the dead of winter, and yeah, I have no tan. So you're looking so tan and so nice. Which,
Yeah, a little.
so my first question for you is, how did the two of you meet?
Actually, we met on Tinder. People think that sometimes these apps doesn't work, but it worked a lot for us. So we met on Tinder. We went in a first date, and 15 days after, we were living together. And I thought
Wow.
we were not just living together before because Felipe went to a trip
On a vacation with
on
my
a
family
vacation with his family
for
Wow.
15 days.
for 15 days.
And when
Yes.
I came back, Lucio sent me a message and he was like, "I'm going to pick you up from the airport." And I was like, "Sure, okay." So like, you'll bring me to
Yeah.
my house. He was like, "No, no, no. You're coming to my
You're
house. You'll have lunch with me,
yeah,
and then you can go to your house."
and then
I
you can
had
stay.
lunch, and then I had dinner, and then I stayed at his house, and the next day, and the next, and the next,
Yeah,
and
I
the
think
next.
he
And then
forgot to
he
leave
never
it.
Yeah.
left.
And my luggage was there, so I had everything of my own over there. I
Yeah,
had my shirts, my pants, like everything.
yeah,
So I didn't need to go back to my house.
yeah.
So after like 4 months, Lucy told me like, "Why are you paying
Rent.
your rent like at your old house as well?" Like, yes, true. I'll
Mm-hmm.
stop it now.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So obviously, you could say it was love at first sight. Like, you both had to have known very, very quickly, like, this is the person for me.
Yes.
Yes.
And everybody was advising us like the opposite. Like my
Yes. We
friends and
are
these friends were
crazy
like,
living
"You guys
together.
are doing such a mistake." And I was like, "Oh well, you only live once, so let's do well."
Yeah, exactly. So, upon your first date, what were your first impressions of each other? They had to be obviously very good and positive. What were your initial thoughts of, going through the motions with the first date, and what were you thinking?
For me, like I went to the date and after half an hour I'm like, I'm in love with this guy. Like
Oh my
I'm very,
gosh.
because I'm very emotional. I'm a very
Yeah.
emotional person. Lucy
Mm-hmm.
is more like down earth, like is
Yeah.
more into the ground. I'm more like in the air, like oh my god, everything is so amazing. So I was feeling like the butterflies during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
And like at first sight, for me, like he seemed like a very hardworking person, like a person who fights for the things in his life. So that for me was like a big thing for me. Like I wanted someone who had like life goals and had something going for them. So that was a big plus for me.
Yes, and I was very excited because for a long time I was dating, I was meeting people, and it's difficult to find people with the same values and that share the same things in life. And we have a very, very common background because we both live in very small cities. We both have the same type of family. Even I
Yes.
have a brother, he has a brother, an older brother. I have an older brother. We both have very good families around us. So we have the very, very same values. And I thought, oh, maybe this guy this is the one that he worth because he wants to build a family. He's a very hardworking as well. He do things he's very sympathetic as well. So I thought maybe probably he's the one. But of course, not as Filipe, like I didn't through
I'm
myself
like-
in the first hour. I was a little bit more maybe it's a scam, I thought. Yeah, it's strange because we were talking and everything was fitting so well that I thought maybe it's a scam.
Like
Maybe he's
too good to be true.
Catfishing you.
He's
Yes.
catfishing.
What are your favorite ways to stay connected with your friends or loved ones as a couple together?
Very, as you can see, we are very sympathetic person. We are very people person. We love extroverted.
Very extroverted.
Yes. So every time we can, we cook for our friends. We love having friends around. We have our family around, friends around. So this is the way that we most like to connect with people. You know, despite the fact that I live very far away from Brazil, we are always chatting with my mom like, how do you do that recipe? Because I'm having friends tonight. And this is a way that we always stay together and connected all the time. You know, it's nice. We have a very nice group of friends as well.
Like it's very weird because like we built a group of friends that like half of them are international friends, are people that are not from Portugal. We have people from Amsterdam, from Berlin, from Munich, like a lot of people from all over the place. So every time someone comes to Lisbon, we're like, no, you're staying at our house. We will cook for you. You'll stay at our guest room. So like we always want like to be with people like anytime we can. And for family, yes, like Lucio's parents, they come to visit us every year in Lisbon. We come to Brazil to visit his family as well. And as for me, we go to my hometown to visit my family, and then my family also comes to Lisbon like to visit us.
Very cool.
Thank you.
What is one hobby or interest that you think your child, when the day comes, will enjoy as well?
This one was very obvious. For me,
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Harry Potter, like everything Harry Potter. It was one of the first books that I read as a child. I read all the books, I saw all the movies. We even we have watched movies like I don't know how many
Thousands
times,
of
thousands of times.
Because sometimes we put Harry Potter. He started this tradition in our place.
It's a tradition, yeah.
Putting Harry Potter, and then we fell asleep in
the couch.
Aww.
Yeah, so that we do a lot.
And then I got into the thing that I started to collect things from Harry Potter, like the Goblet of Fire egg and something else, and the wand, and like. So I started to fill our room with like all the stuff that I bought. And one time Lucio came to me and was like, you have to stop.
Enough.
Please. Enough. Like the room is already so much.
Yeah, we are adults. Come on. People go inside this room and see a lot of wands, this and that.
So now I have like some stuff like on the room, and then I have a whole cabinet full of stuff. Sometimes I open it and like stuff falls down the So that's one thing that I would like to pass to my child is like the addiction for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yes, and for me it's flying. Because despite the fact that I have my company in Brazil and this kind of things, it's something that I always loved. When I met Filipe, I don't know, many times I was talking about flying, how would it be amazing to be a pilot. I was already in the paragliding stuff. I was doing paragliding at the time, but I stopped because it's quite dangerous, and I decided to stop. And Filipe also helped me to go through the courses. So I took the pilot's license last year, and it's something that I love. I love even taking friends and family to fly, despite the fact that my mom prayed a lot to start to rain. The moment that we were taking off, then we had to come back because she hates flying.
Yeah.
But I
hate flying as well.
And Philip hates flying as well, but you know, he has to come with me.
He has no
At first, like
no option.
when I go with him, he's like, "Oh, it's cool that you go with me, but you're always complaining and screaming."
Yeah.
Because like he's piloting,
I cannot
and I'm
even
like,
turn.
"Stop it!
I cannot even turn sometimes the airplane around. He starts, oh my God, oh my God. But I
Just
love
close
doing that.
close
And
your
I think,
eyes.
yeah. And I think I would love to share this with my kid,
Yeah,
you know, I
that's
think it
very
would be
cool.
amazing. I think it's something that, I don't know, it's a man stuff. I think guys like flying, you know, a lot. But if
Yeah.
it's a girl, I think she would be a pilot as well.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a slideshow of photos prepared to share?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
do.
perfect. So you can go ahead and share your screen.
So that was our first date as a couple because we were already a couple at this time. See how Philip was young.
Yeah.
He was 24 at the time.
Oh,
I was
wow.
24.
I was 29.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of our like very first nice dates together because the first one was we went to a burger place because I was hungry and Philip had already dinner, so it was a little bit like messy. So that one was our like
Proper date.
first date.
Okay.
Proper date.
Yes.
Yes. Then this is my family. So in the picture, I'm with my mother, my father, my brother and sister-in-law, and my niece. This was at a park in Lisbon that we love. It's called Buddha Eden Park.
And this one is with my father and my mother. I like this picture a lot because it's they always come to Portugal once a year. But it's funny because my mom likes to go by herself and friends, and my father likes to come with just him because my father likes nature, my mom likes the city.
Yeah.
So they normally come separately the different times of the year.
Yeah.
And this picture I love because they came together. It was one of the time they came together.
Aw.
And then we did a little bit of city and nature
Little bit
with
of
them.
Here is us with some of our friends' babies because we are addicted to be with babies all the time. One of the babies is from from two good friends of Lúcio. And Guy, which is the little guy like on the right photo in my arms, he has slept at our house for like 4 times, I think.
Yeah, 3
like
times.
Sleeping. With 5 months old, he slept at our house for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Like with 5 months.
It's amazing how much time we spend together and how amazing is the challenging, you know. He's a small guy and wow, it's crazy.
The first time we were with him, he cried for 45 minutes and we couldn't figure out what was happening. It was like, oh my God, oh no, and like he's
where's
crying,
my mom?
crying. Yeah, and then like he just like got into the
actually I turned off all the lights and then he calmed down and then he slept. He was, I think, a little bit anxious. It was his first time as well without his mother for a long time, so it was amazing experience.
Yeah, but I'm sure you guys did amazing.
This is one of the couples that is our biggest role model as a family, which is Ryan and Sean. We met them in a cruise 2 years ago that went from Barcelona. And they were with no kids because it wasn't allowed to have kids on that cruise. And then later, this year, yes, they invited us to go to their house in a city near Barcelona, and we went there and we met the kids and we were with them all day at the pool, and it was so amazing, like to see like a proper family, you know, like something that we want to build as well, and they were like showing us like how they function as a family, and that was amazing, and we love all
the kids are amazing, very polite, and wow. Actually, we were the crazy ones with the kids.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, this is our save the date. This is the very picture we took together.
The very first one.
Yeah, the very first one. And then we saved the date. This is what we sent to our weddings, to our
guests for the wedding.
Yes, for the wedding. It's our save the date. So we love this picture because it was really the first picture we took together.
Amazing.
This is our wedding day. So this is some of the pictures from our wedding. We got married on 27th July, which by coincidence, it was the same day and month as my father and mother wedding.
Oh, wow.
I called my father and was like, I'm getting married on 27th July. And he was like, are you kidding? Do you know what that day is? And I'm like, I have no idea. It was like, it is the day that me and your mother got married. And I was like, I had no idea about it.
That's so cool.
And this some of the pictures from it. You can go.
And here is the pictures of our guests. Actually, you can see family and guests and friends. It was just one memorable day because we did invite a lot of people. We really want to keep it a little bit like small, then we can give attention to our guests. So we invite just very close family and very close friends.
It was only 70 guests, only 70.
Yep, that's nice and
we like if we invited everybody, it would be like 600, but like we were like, no, we are cutting people down.
And this is the afterwards. We went to the honeymoon with my mom and her friends, as you can see.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so we decide to, so we know we are together for 6 years, so would be a nice, they were in Europe, they came for the wedding, and then we thought, let's go to the honeymoon all together. And then that was the trip we made to Greece.
And this is the very first trip we did to Vancouver, Canada. It was half a year ago, almost. We went to some parks, we went to see some nature, we went all around the city, and it was a very nice time over there. We even got to meet our egg donor. We were with her for 3 times. It was an amazing experience. She's a very sweet girl.
It was very nice. It was a very beautiful experience, even to meet her, because we never know what this journey will take you. It's very challenging. You don't know. There's a lot of things that you don't know. So we are going to figure out every single step. And it was beautiful to be there and meet her and be with her this 3 times actually. And we had a very good connection, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And I think, that's it.
And this is just a funny picture from this vacation. We went to a resort with Lucy's parents, and they had it's a thermal, I think it's called thermal water resort. Like they have fountains of hot water springs, and they had a mud section. So we got covered all in mud. Lucio put mud even in his face, as you can see.
That's why I feel awesome.
Yeah, that's why you have such a good skin now. And that was it. That is it.
Amazing. Well, thank you for sharing those photos and giving us a really good picture of what your circle looks like with your family and your friends. And I love that you shared about your wedding, which congratulations, because it was quite recently in the summer, and so that's very, very exciting.
It was just to celebrate, because we were living together for 6 years, just to make it remarkable, And then we decide to share, because sometimes we forget to celebrate the good things in life, and we suffer a lot. We had this moment with Philip's family that his mother passed away. So we thought, sometimes we forget how beautiful life is, how we have to celebrate, and we should do that. And then we decide to get married. It was beautiful. It was very nice.
That's so special. How do you both envision balancing the responsibilities of parenting with your personal and your professional lives? What do you think that's going to look like in the future?
Changes are already being done. I changed my job. I quit the job that I had. It was a 9 to 6 job. So schedule. I always got up. Have to got up. It's not a flexible schedule in terms of job. So I changed jobs. Now I'm in real estate consulting, so I can do my own schedule. If I want to work in the morning and not in the afternoon, I can do that. If I want to work in the night and not the afternoon, I can change it all around. And besides that, Lucio's parents, as he said, are coming to Lisbon as well. So we'll have the support of them, in terms of helping us with the baby and such. My father, I think, is also thinking about going to Lisbon as well, because my brother also lives in Lisbon. So it would only make sense for my father to be there, because my brother has a daughter already, and they are pregnant again. So they are going to have a little boy in a few months. And for us, when we have our baby, that would be very, very good to have that kind of support.
Yes, and I have already very flexible schedule because I have my own company, and despite the fact that I have that, it has a lot of responsibility. But the good thing is that I can free a lot of time because I told Philip there's no point sometimes to bring someone to the world and not giving the attention. You know, it's not worth for the kids, not worth for us as well. So we have to be there. We want to be the parents that go to the school, the parents that participate in the kids' life. It's one of the most beautiful things you can do for the world. So there's no point on having this kind of schedule. So Philip changed his job, and nowadays it's perfect. Even here, we could come to Brazil and spend a lot of time with my family as well here in Brazil because of that changes we already made.
We just need a computer, and we can do everything we want, like over here.
Absolutely. Can you recall a funny or memorable conversation or moment that helped you both to decide to pursue surrogacy as your plan to parenthood?
Yeah, it was not funny actually. The funny was that the very first time we met, we already had this kind of things that we want to be parents. That's nice. The very first date we had, we already talked about it. So we knew from the very beginning we were on the same page. But it's just a plan, something that we want to do in the future. But when Philip's mother passed away, actually was the moment that we realized that life's short, and sometimes we are waiting for something, and and we're waiting for what?
Totally.
We are prepared. We have a good connection. We have a good family. What we are waiting
for? A stable life.
That was the question I made for Philip. Like, what are we waiting for? You see, in the very end of his mother, we could see that the family was the most beautiful thing around her, and that's why we decided not waiting much longer, because a kid would be even a moment of joy for everybody, and we deserve that. Everybody deserved that in this family. So it's amazing. That was the moment that we realized, we are ready for doing this.
Because my mother passed away with 6 years old only. She had stomach cancer. It was terminal, so she survived for around 1 year and a half, and after 1 year and a half, she passed away. And one of the things she told me on the final week, I was sitting next to her, and she told me, what is one of the things that I'm most sad that I'm not going to see? And I was like, what, Mom? And she's like, your baby. I'm very sad I'm not going to see my granddaughter or grandson from your side.
Yeah.
And I went to my bed and I cried. And then my mother passed away. And 1 week after that, Lucy was I went home and I was still working at a bank. So I had a scheduled job as well. So Lucy was like, sit here, sit with me on the table. I have to talk with you. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah,
what now?
Yeah.
He wants to talk. What this? And Lucy just told me, what are you waiting for to get married and to have a baby? What are you waiting for?
Passing by.
Life is going. Life is continuing, and we are stable. We can do this right now. So why are we not doing it?
Yeah.
And that's the moment that we're like, okay, we are going for it.
Yeah. When the time comes and you meet your surrogate, what type of relationship do you imagine having with her during the process and then also after the surrogacy process?
Well, it's a very nice question actually, because we thought a lot about it. Even our friends, they ask us about this. This is a very common question that we have every time that we are talking to people about this process. They ask us, and it's nice because we are people person, and would be amazing to have a very nice relationship with her. But at the same time, we know that we have to respect her feelings, because in the end of the day, she is on the top of the process. She is the person that maybe is working harder than everybody else. So we are very open, telling you the truth, to respect her feelings. If she needs us or anything, we will be here, because we like to talk, we like to be there, we like to participate, but at the same time, we are mature enough to respect her feelings
and the boundaries.
If she wants establish some kind of boundaries. So we adapt. we can tell that we adapt a lot. And we know that it's a hard job carrying a baby, especially for someone else. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
So we have to be there and respect her feelings. And whatever she wants, we will be more than open to contact.
We are a call
or-
away. We are a
Yes.
message away. We are a video call away. And if she does not want to talk or something, we also are away. You know, like we can respect the boundaries, respect the limits, and just like be in a relaxing environment that is both good for the surrogate and for us. So,
But of course, she will have our contact, and even after, if she wants to see how the kid is, how everything is going on, we are more than open to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a beautiful process. It's a beautiful process, and we don't have anything to hide. Not from us, not for the kid, not from her.
Yeah.
You know, I think we are doing as open as we can, you know,
We-
but
we-
respecting the people that are involved, of course.
we have talked about it, and the main thing that we want with our kid and with everyone in the process is transparency. We want everything to be very transparent between everybody. Even with our kid, we had talked about it, and Lucio and me were like, okay, what are you going to say to our kid one day if he asks us how he was born? How was the process of his conception? And so like we will be open about it. We'll be like, okay, this is how it
Your
happened.
story.
This is your story.
And I think he will be proud of it.
Yes, of course. And I think
We'll be the cool fathers.
absolutely.
We hope so.
I think you will be for sure. Okay, well, I have one final question for you. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the amazing lady that has, watched your interview and taken the time to get to know you and might be potentially considering you as her intended parents?
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, I would say that it's incredible how people do that for other. I have my mom. My mom works in the Cancer League, and it's beautiful to see how she donated herself in this job, with people. And every single time I see someone doing this kind of big stuff for other person, other people, doesn't matter. It's beautiful. So the thing we could say to her, even if she pick us or another couple, probably would be the most beautiful job probably she have ever done in life, and we'll be, I don't know, for the rest of our lives grateful for that. We know, because there's something missing in our relationship. As beautiful as it could be, for us sometimes it's difficult, and we depend on people like her, that decide to give part of her life to do something beautiful for others, not just for us, even for the kids, because bringing a new life in this world, it's something amazing if you can do that. There's a lot of bad things in world, but when you have these kids growing up to be good people around, I think it's the better job that anybody could do. I would do that for sure.
Yeah.
If I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's just the same thing as well. Like, thank you for, even if it's for us or if it's another couple.
Yeah.
I think it's out of this world. How can someone devote a part of her life, her body as well, and all her emotions and psychological changes for someone else? That's some of our friends sometimes are even like, really, someone would do that? No, like, yeah. Yes, and it's very sometimes strange for people to acknowledge that there are people who can be that selfless, and that's amazing.
It's amazing to see how we have some. Of course, I'm older, much older, and so I have a lot of older friends, and they always do like, "Can I do it for you? Can I
Yes.
be the one?" And sometimes they cannot because the legislation is not possible here in
In the
Brazil,
yeah.
Right. The countries we live. And it's amazing to see that we met a lot of people that already says that I would love doing that for you. Oh my God, can I be that person? And sometimes it's not possible, but it's beautiful to see how people think. So yes, we are very, very glad that someone will do that for us.
Yeah.
And yeah, we cannot be appreciate more this kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
to be just so grateful for the amazing gift that she would be giving
Yeah.
you that, yeah, is just so, so special. Okay, well,
Yes.
that is all I have for questions. Thank you so much for sharing your story and, yeah,
Thank you.
showing us amazing pictures. And, yeah, the fact that we just took some time to get to know you guys was really amazing. So thank you again.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, Hope.
All right, well, for now, we'll say goodbye and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.